Welcome to Men's League TV, everybody. I'm here with Tyler, my co-host Tyler Fitzgerald. Whoa, what a week we have. Well, a lot to talk about today, Tyler. A lot to talk about today. First, how are you doing? How is everything going there?
Well, things are great. Beautiful day today. Nice day yesterday. One of the nicest days of the year.
Yes.
We got the weather is getting a little warm, so we're getting our heat back. So it's gonna be about 31, 32 degrees today, and but we're loving it.
Yeah, I know a lot of people may know that I had the honor of following Tyler and Cam on Monday in the Black Tea Challenge. There'll be a video coming out on that result. It was a lot of fun, and I want to thank Tyler and Cam for taking the time. Early in the morning, we did a lot of filming. I have got 80 film clips to put together to make this a video, so it might take a little while, but I'll get it done. But thank you very much for doing that. Hey, Tyler,
Yep.
yesterday we had a new men's league member join. Wonderful older gentleman who is a former Carleton player. His name is Ted Purnell. Played at 248 with Chris Bowles and Chris Deirdrick in that group. So I want to welcome Ted to the group and thanks for joining. And do you know Ted? Have you had a chance to talk to him? Nice man.
I've met him. I've met him for a few times. Great gentleman. Yeah, really nice guy. So we're happy to have him join the club, and he's already participating in men's league. So I think he's going to fit right in here really well with everyone here.
Yeah, they loved him. His group just loved playing with him. I mean, I saw him on Tuesday. I said, Ted, just sign up with any group. You don't have to be
Hmm.
no, just sign up with any group. So he signs up with Chris Bolster and couldn't get a better ambassador than Chris for this league. So that's great. Listen, we had some good scoring yesterday. Not as good as the week before. 'Cause the week before, I remember playing from the Yellows, right? But
Yep.
we had okay, but we had 198 people finish yesterday, and we had good scoring. I wouldn't say great, but good. Let's just take a look at some of the results. First of all, I got to congratulate Ray Jones and Chris Bowles. Chris, just talking about him, who had net 29s yesterday. And let's just take a look at that's not where I wanted to start. Here, I wanted to start here. So Chris had a net 29 and Ray Jones had a net 29, so they both got 25 points. Reed Murphy was tied with three others, but won the overall 22 points for his fine round. It's a little harder for the A players, the intermediate players, because they're so good. To get 24, 25 points, they really have to do well. I'm just looking at the overall scores now. Dave Gervin has held on to his lead, got 19 more points yesterday. I've been bugging him about going in to see you for a driver, but he's doing so well. He just keeps clipping along. He's now opened his lead to five, which is great. In the overall mid amateur, you could see Ryan Valley has now taken a 2 point lead over Angelo Buffoni. And in the intermediate, 223 is the top scorer. And right now, Joey and Neil are leading all scorers and would be the Al Murray winners. Now, yesterday was our 12th day. All right. Anybody
Yep.
who got 12 scores in, these people would have 12 scores in. This number is not going to get much higher. It's only the 13th score is just going to replace a bad score. So that 223 might go up to 225, may go up to 227, may go up to 228, depending on what it is. And the final number, a good year is 235 and above.
Right.
It's a good year. A
Yeah.
bad year is 230 to 235 or less than that. So we'll see how these guys do. Look how low these numbers are. To go to 235, they got to replace a lot of bad scores. They're not very these are possibles, and these are possible. So we'll be interested to watch as the weeks go on how these scores improve, but they're not going to go up by a lot. That's what I wanted to point out.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's good to know.
So low gross yesterday was Chris Bowles, 33, fine 33. Guess what Chris Bowles did yesterday?
What happened?
He had an eagle.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, what hole do you think? It's not
Number
number
five.
five.
What's that? Number five?
That was not number five.
Oh, what else? Maybe number three?
Close. Number one.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Number one. So he's playing with Ted Purnell yesterday. Poor guy comes in first. First hole, he Chris Eagles hole. Ted must have thought, holy jumping, these guys are really good.
Welcome to men's league. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. So nothing much has changed in any of the other categories. Gunner, net ringer, putting, all pretty well the same. Team Cosenzo leads team card by one. But I just wanted to point that out. Okay, so let's go to the skins winners yesterday. You ready?
Let's see
All
here.
right. So a lot of net skins. By the way, I'll get your opinion on this. I've been looking at this net skins, and I'm just wondering if we shouldn't go back to something we did years and years ago, and I'll await your feedback. I'd like to rethink net skins because I'm looking at it and I'm going, you know, it's not really fair for everybody. Hey, there we go. What
Sorry,
happened?
John, my computer decided to restart.
Oh, I hate it
I
when
know.
that.
I'm back.
I was just saying that this net skins something we may want to reconsider because it's hard for the lower handicap players to win Met skins. And I like to have competitions where everybody has an equal chance. That's why we
Mhm.
have A, B, C, and C skins. That's why we have, like I was talking to someone yesterday. I won't mention his name, but his last name is the same as a household pet. And he was saying to me, why do we have long drive anymore? Well, I want long drive. I don't want anything, that's closest to the marker. It doesn't work for me, a long drive. I said, you just want me to hand you the $25 for long drive every week, whose name is sounds the same as a household pet. And I said, I can't do that. It's got to be fair for everybody, right? So net skins, I'm finding out, is really for the lower handicap player is not fair. But we did have a competition years ago called the Thurso Draw. Thurso Draw. You know what the Thurso Draw was? Played
What's
with
that?
I was played with a guy in an intersectional, I think somewhere up the line in Buckingham or somewhere like that. And this guy I was playing with is from Thurso, and I always ask, what do you guys do in your men's league? Because I'm looking for new ideas. I'm trying to steal ideas. Good teachers steal, and I'm looking for new ideas. He said, we have this real neat thing. We take four par fours, and we take your score on those par fours, and then we draw four numbers. And if the numbers we draw equal the same four numbers on your par fours, you win. It's a draw. It's a random draw. Neat, huh?
Yeah.
Well, we
Wow.
used to do
I've never
that.
never done that.
We
Yeah.
used to do that. We had 1, 2, 3, and 7 as our four par fours, and we took the four scores and we would draw the numbers. You and I would draw it like on here, and then we'd match it up to see who won. And oftentimes we had one winner, sometimes two. Now we had carryovers. Sometimes the carryovers got to $500. I wouldn't do that, but I would take the $75 and just if you win, you win, and then maybe have a one carryover to make it a max of 150. So I want your ideas on that, guys. Tyler, your ideas as well. I'd like to think of maybe we could relook at net skins. But let's look at the other ones. David Denny and Matthew Walsh had a good week. Look, $95 each. And then Matthew won the only ace skin in the only deuce. $75. Not a bad day.
Nice.
Hey, look at that.
Very nice. That's great.
$70 right there. Ah, wonderful. Hey, another big winner. Look at this. Ron O'Connell, deuces 8, $40. He deuces 8. He wins the money for this week, which was, I believe it was $80. And then there was a carryover from last week of $60, $140 for a deuce. You believe that?
Wow.
Jay for Ron. Yeah. And a carryover this week in the D skins. So that's the skins for this week. It looked good. Hey, Tyler, our favorite stat. Trevor Ludy with a 59. That's one of the lowest I've ever seen. Wins fantasy this week.
Wow.
He had Darren Henniger, Joey Marcotte, and Scott Baxter. I was 57. Had Elliott, Russ, who had a good week. Look at Aerosmith, 15 points. I'm going to get him back. David Gervin, 19, and Elliott. Cameron had a good week, same 57. Ryan's 55. Andrew Fulton, 17. Joey Marcotte, Jim Busco. Wait a minute, I'm forgetting somebody here. Tyler, I'm forgetting somebody here.
Keep going.
Tyler,
Keep going. Keep
what
going.
what is it with your picks, Tyler? I don't get it.
I thought I had good picks at the start of the season.
Kenny Watson just won the senior men's championship. He got 14 points yesterday.
Oh my God. My
Enough
God.
with that. Tyler, you got to speak to that team of yours.
Can I make some trades? Can I
No.
make some trades? No.
No, you got to tune them up.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I could do that too, I suppose.
Come in and tune these guys up. Watson wins the senior men's. He's got 14 points.
Wow.
Dave, they all didn't play well. They just didn't play well. Bad day for these guys. Neil Sinclair's opened up an 11-point lead. Nolan, what does Nolan know that we don't? Cameron, we're way behind here. Look at that, 634, 664. And Tyler, 597. You're not even at a 600 yet. You got to speak to these guys, Tyler.
I'm not very good at my picks, I guess, but yeah, I got to talk them up. I got to get them going there. Got to light a little fire under them.
Anyway, yeah, let's stop this for now because we have something important to talk about today. But before we get to that, I just want to say that the flight limits are basically the same as last week. A flight has gone to 4.41 from 4.59. B flight is from 7.12 to 7.15. C flight is 9.41 from 9.63. So they pretty well stayed the same. They're stabilizing a little bit. Now, Tyler, we've got to talk about this. Last week we did the 5 honor roll players, right? This week we're going to do the 5 players that require remediation. Okay. And as you can't see this, Tyler, but as we're talking, I'll have some stuff on. But I wanted to hit the players that didn't make the remedial list, but just stayed off at first, like they were close. Okay. Players who almost made this list. And well, I'm going to talk about the first one. I've played with this guy a few times. He's a good player, but he's just not quite himself. Adam Lee is not playing the best golf that I've seen him play. I've seen this guy play. He's good. He's really good and just not consistent. So Adam, you didn't make the remediation list, but you were close. I got to tell you. All right. Next guy I play with every week. I thought he definitely going to be on this list. He's on my fantasy team. Like, he's got to be on the list. Steve Aerosmith. Except week 11, the guy plays really well, gets 2 birdies, and then the next day gets a hole-in-one. Well, I can't put the guy on the list after he got a hole-in-one. You can't. He's off the list for now. But I'll tell you, Steve, I'm watching. All right. The other one I had right in my sights, and I told you this before. Greg Chambers. He was going to be on this list. He's a good player. He wasn't playing good. Then he shoots a 64, gets a 32 in men's league. Well, okay, Greg, you're off the list for now. You redeemed yourself. And the other 2 guys, they're kind of together because they're doing everything together this year. Josh McCart and Shane Stanley got off to terrible starts. I mean, awful starts, and they were not playing well. And the last 5 weeks, they have just been on fire. They've just reversed their fortunes. Both of them, same time, both doing the same thing. So they stayed off the list.
Good.
Now, I want to talk to you about hats because we all wear a lot of hats. You know, when I'm at home, I wear my husband hat and my grandkids around. I wear my grandfather hat. When I'm at Carleton, I wear my Carleton hat. And this Saturday, I had my Carleton hat on, and I play with a regular foursome, Tyler. I play with Jim Delahunty and his lovely wife, Karen Martin, and Dale Riddell. Great foursome. Now, Jim was playing in the senior club championship, couldn't play with him. So somebody joined us. Jared Coyle. What an honor to play with someone of that caliber. Now, Jared, if you're new to the club, is one of the best amateur players in Canada. And I'm not saying that, at a vitriol. This guy was in the mid-amateur last year. We finished top 5 after day 1. I don't know what final fit for. He was there with these guys. He was that good. One of the top amateurs. So when you get a chance to play with someone of that caliber, it's an honor. That's my Carleton hat. Wonderful. Lovely. But now I'm going to put my commissioner hat on because that's a different hat altogether. Tyler, would you agree that we have to keep the integrity of the league up? I noticed the commissioner hat, Miami Dolphins. It's our kind of our
Nice.
Yeah. What's up with Jared? Where are you, Jared? 37.2, a 37 scoring average. 37. This is a guy that shoots 30. He's got a 2 handicap. What? Jared with a 2 handicap in men's league? 12 birdies. 2 years ago at this time, he had 22 birdies.
Wow.
Now, I hope for a bounce back, but he needs to focus on his game. Yesterday, another 37. Jared, you can do better. I know you can. I love you, man. One of the best in Canada, but men's league, you got to do better. Okay. I hate to pick on the same family. That's number 2 is Aiden Coyle. Aiden's scoring an average of 16 points a game. Aiden is so good. He's got a 2 handicap. He's only got 8 birdies. He was leading the league last year at this time with birdies. I think I can't remember. He had something like 18 or 19. And his gross scoring average is 38, well below his potential. So both the Coils, I don't know what's going on, but got to get better, guys. Got to get better. Guy's good. Number 3 on the list, Pete Richardson. Pete, hell of a player, beat champion, but his playing went under his capabilities. Scoring average is 16 points a game, and he's playing to a 6 handicap men's league. I don't know what's going on with Pete. Pete, he can do better than that. I expect more from Pete. I hope for a better second half of the year. What do you think?
Yeah. What, from Pete or just in general?
Just in general, so far, I got 2 more to go.
Well, I mean, you're calling them out. So listen, if you're going to be sparking something under these guys, I would not want to be on that list. So now that those names are out there floating around, I'm a little worried about a few of the other names you're be calling out. Hey, you want to boost these guys up. You don't want to kick them when they're down, but maybe that's what they need. Maybe they need that little boost, right?
Sometimes they need to get a kick in the rump to get them going. I used to do this to Dave Wright all the time. Every time he wasn't playing well, and the next week he'd go out and he'd fire something real good. Worked with
Nice.
some, doesn't with others. Anyway, the next person, not sure what's going on with him. In my opinion, Steve Liddell's one of the sweetest swings at the club. You watch this guy swing a club, it's beautiful. But he is not playing well. He's just not playing well. He's averaging 15 points around. This is not Steve. I don't know what's going on. I know he had injury issues, but these are results I don't care. I've played with him They're well below his capabilities. So, Steve, hate to put you on, but you can do better. I've seen you do it. Now, the last guy on the list, and by the way, it's not just me making this list. Mark Balzano and I sat down yesterday and we worked on this for a while. We were looking at it, but it came down to, when I point someone a captain of a team, there's an expectation that they show some leadership qualities. Would you agree with that? That they lead by example? Would you agree that a captain should do that?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Right. And I put some of the best players on this guy's team. And this captain, I don't know what his style is, but it's just puzzling to say the least. Neil Card, captaining one of the best teams in the league. They're second. These young studs he's got, they're just carrying out. I mean, yesterday, Mark Balsamo, second. Maybe he should be the captain. I'm not sure. I want to tell you something about Neil's captaincy. He's led two of his teams to the finals, the men's finals. Yeah, the first time in a very questionable decision, I think, he didn't play in the final. I don't know why. Just left the team. Asked him the question. He said, well, they can do it on their own. They don't need me anymore. And the second time he did play, both times they lost. I think he needs to provide more guidance and more set by example. His scoring is terrible. It's under 15 points a game. I'm not sure what's going on there. Didn't play last night. He hasn't played a couple of times. Had a couple of 9-point rounds. I don't know. Is he up to the task? I don't know what's going to do. I hope he is. He's got a great team there. Hope he's a leader. So Neil, you're on the list. You got to get your game going, and you got to lead these young guys to victory this year. Everything is riding on your shoulders now to bring this team forward. You got some good players. You should win this thing. What do you think, Tyler?
Oh, listen, you know what? I mean, if there's anyone to give some inspiration, I think you're the one. You might have to get all these guys in a room together and sit them down and just go through it. I mean, you're a principal, so you know how to inspire people. They might need a couch to sit on. I don't know, maybe a psychiatrist or something. But just listening to you go on about this, I'm getting inspired about it. I'm getting fired up. So,
well, I mean, you look at other captains. Look, like there were two perfect teams yesterday. One of them, Ray Jones. Captain Ray Jones himself got 22 points. Look,
wow.
That's what a captain does. That's what a leader does. He leads by example. Chris Pereira leads by example. Neil Card, not so sure what's going on there. He's got some questionable tactics. They seem to work. I don't know how he does it, but they seem to work. But I expect more. His 15 points a game is not acceptable to me. He's a better player than that, and I know he's going to do better. Hey, listen, Tyler, it was a lot of fun doing the remediation list, and it's not out of offense. I'm not trying to. I am calling you out, no question. I'm calling you out only because I know you can do better. That's what a good teacher does. If you know he can do better, then you have to call him out.
Absolutely. Yeah, you got to find out what makes them tick, and then just start turning those wheels.
Maybe, Tyler, you could contact them for lessons or something. Maybe they just need a little tweak here and there. I don't know, Tyler. I think these are candidates for you. Maybe they need a new club. Maybe they need something.
I'm always available to chat. Trust me, I'm always here.
There you go. Hey, you're a good sport, Tyler. Anything else in the report? Any other news you want to pass on to the guys before we?
No, I mean, we got a big day tomorrow. We got men's member guests going on tomorrow. We got some golf course renovations going on. So, there might be some holes here and there out of play while the bunker work's going on. So just, a heads up for that. I think there's some good communication already going for that. No, we just got a good week. We got the senior intersectional qualifying going on this weekend. We got our junior club championship going on this weekend. So just a nice active couple of days here at the club as normal.
No kidding. Hey, I had a bad day, Tyler, yesterday. Bad day. Okay.
No, you did.
I did. I had to call 2 penalties on myself.
Oh, my.
I'm on hole number 6. and I'm putting for a par. I just miss it. The ball is like 2 inches from the cup. So without thinking, I pick up
Oh,
I pick up the ball. I'm going, and so Steve
oh,
Erickson said, "You can't do that." I go, "Oh
no.
shit! What did I do?"
Ah,
So I had to, and as a commissioner, I've got to assess myself the penalty of the maximum on that score when you pick up the ball. The only time you can pick up a ball is when you're conceding a max score, which is 4 over par. So I had to put a 7 down on my card.
oh no.
Next hole, number 7. I hit the ball, yanked it into the tree on the left just before the pond. I lost it in the tree. Didn't see where it landed. Didn't know where it was. So we went to look for it. Now, there's a rule in golf. I couldn't assume it was in the pond because I wasn't virtually certain it was in the pond.
Mm.
And I couldn't find the ball. Now, I could go back and re-tee and lost ball. And he was hurting me. And I just wasn't going to go back and play it. So I had to take the max score on that hole. So there's an 8 on that hole. It wasn't a good day. when, you, when when you lose two like that. But that's a rule I should point out, that if you don't know, if you aren't virtually certain where your ball landed, then you got to re-tee or hit a provisional for a lost ball.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, unless you certainly know it went into the hazard or virtually certain or whatever it might be. Yeah, yeah, you got. Well, if it's a penalty area, you would drop in that area. But if it's a lost ball, then you either hit a provisional or you're going back to hit 3 off the tee.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, bad day yesterday, but hey, next week will be better. And guys, don't pick up your ball before you putt out.
Good advice. Very good advice.
I'm the commissioner, and I'm looking around and goes, "God, I'm the commissioner. I'm telling everybody to putt out, and here I am picking up the damn ball." So I assessed myself the penalty. So if you saw me pick it up, that's why I caught myself, and you can't do that. Anyway, guys. Wonderful week this week, and look forward to next week. In a few weeks, there's nothing much on the calendar until August 13th when we go back to the LOTs. But listen, it was a lot of fun, and everybody, and thank you, Tyler, for joining me today. I know it takes time. And by the way, Tyler, the 2 videos, the other video I did, the CTV video will be a little later today. I got kind of waylaid this morning, but you'll get them both. All this stuff will come out a little bit later today. So anyway, until next week, everybody play well. Thanks, Tyler.
Thanks, John. Have a great day.